Hi, I'm Chris, and this is Wellness Wednesday. And I am excited to talk to you about respiratory and immune support. And first of all, it's almost it is the last week of January, and I consider that an accomplishment to keep the respiratory clear. But I want to tell you my first line of defense, and then I have some slides I want to show you. So first of all, I really like these On Guard beadlets. They're a fourth of a drop, teeny weeny. Keep them in your purse, and I buy them. You can put them under your tongue, but I might take 3 or 4, and I use these in a crowd, or when I'm around a lot of people, or when I'm traveling. And another thing I like to use when I'm around a lot of people is this Correct-X, and it has the frankincense, helichrysum, cedarwood, lavender, and tea tree. So I just take a little Q-tip and put a little bit up in my nose, and this is great in airports, church. It's great to well, it's good to keep your nose lubricated anyway, especially if you live in a dry climate like I do in Utah. Then another emergency one that I always like to take with me and keep on hand is the On Guard soft gels, because they have the black pepper and melissa in them. If I'm near my melissa, I will take and put my thumb on and tip the bottle and put it in the roof of my mouth, because it helps with viruses. So those are my first go-to. Another thing I always keep on hand is the Breathe throat drops and the On Guard throat drops. They are amazing and really helpful for the immune and respiratory. Okay, so I started to get kind of a thicker throat, and that is like, to me, stop. I am not going there, and I want to get rid of this. So I do something called the flume, or flute, because the last one is melaleuca or tea tree. And I take these 5 oils. I have a little stainless steel shot glass. I don't fill it up a lot because I want to gargle and swallow it. But I make myself a little chart. So I started at 6:30 this morning, and then I marked every 3 hours for like 6 times. So I'm going to do it again at in just a little bit, but it starts with 2 drops of frankincense, 2 of lemon. Lemon is really good for respiratory. The 2 O's are On Guard and oregano. And if you can get just 1 drop of oregano out, that's great, but we all know they come in 2s, but it's fine. And 1 or 2 drops of the tea tree. And I just take that, gargle it, swallow it, and then I'm going to do it again in 3 hours. So if I can do that about 5 or 6 times, that usually nips it in the bud. And then I supplement with these On Guard soft gels, and then the throat lozenges. So, I'm going to talk about a lot of these different ways that we can use these items, but I just want to share with you what I've made here a little bit, and we're ready to do that. Okay. All right. So, essential oils for respiratory and immune support. Okay. Number 1 is Breathe. This is a blend, and it has all these essential oils in them. So there's 7 essential oils in the Breathe blend, and this is an amazing blend to be put in a diffuser. Also, you can use a carrier oil and put a little bit in the palm of your hand and a few drops, put it on your chest. But all these are respiratory. Ravinsara, cardamom, tea tree, laurel leaf, lemon, peppermint, and eucalyptus. So this is the oil of breath of life, and it is so refreshing and wonderful and helps to clear your airways, to break down mucus. If you have a diffuser, it's great to use in a diffuser, and helps assist the intake of oxygen. So it's the oil of the breath of life, which means that you're valued, loved, accepted, and it has those emotional benefits also. Another thing I like to do is use this stick, and it's just really easy to, put right under here and on your chest. So that's a great support. And then, of course, the respiratory drops. This is a new packaging. So those I definitely keep on hand and use. The other powerhouse is the On Guard, which is the oil of protection that has wild orange, rosemary, clove, cinnamon, and eucalyptus. So these are amazing to help to boost your immunity. It's great to clean surfaces. We also have a hand sanitizer, but it's also for emotional protection, also urinary tract support and oral health, because we have the toothpaste and the mouthwash. But it is to strengthen you and protect you and help you to have healthy, clear boundaries. On Guard is like one of my best friends, and like I said, I keep this in my purse, the On Guard beadlets, so that I can just pop those and use those. And then I just explained about the On Guard soft gels, that they have Melissa and black pepper in them. So they are the heavy duties. I don't go on a trip without my On Guard soft gels. Okay, so just wanted to share this briefly. I thought this was pretty interesting. You can never have enough On Guard on hand or breathe, and this is why we use On Guard, to clean our home and to support our immune systems. These 4 samples from these petri dish is from a 5th grader science project. It's so simple, yet it's very, very impressive. So they failed the bacteria from a chicken coop in each of these petri dishes, and then they put On Guard in it, and in A is the On Guard, and you can see there's hardly any growth there at all. B was Clorox, C was just bacteria, and D was Lysol. So I thought that was pretty interesting, just a little tip about the power of On Guard. Of course, one of the 5 that I use to gargle and swallow, which is also really gentle and good for children, is the lemon. You would dilute it, of course, but it's great just to use it as a drink to detoxify, and it helps. Or you can put it on the bottom of your feet. You can put it with a spoonful of honey if you have an irritated throat. And anyway, it's a great cleaner. Also helps digestive issues and give you support there. Of course, sinus and respiratory. It actually helps to increase the alkalinity, your pH balance, and your lymphatic support, kidney and gallbladder support. So this is an amazing essential oil, and it's just so simple that it could do all those things. So there's a homemade cough syrup, and also the another one. There's a couple different ones. I do love myrrh. Anyway, there's a couple different recipes and blends that you can make there. And then fourthly is oregano. And oregano is an amazing essential oil for a lot of things. Emotionally, it clears negativity, helps us to be flexible and humble. You can use a veggie cap and put it with the On Guard and wild orange. I also use it for a cleanse. I just got through doing a cleanse with 4 drops of oregano, and I actually use the GX Assist in the afternoon, but you can do an oregano capsule twice a day for 10 days, and then you do a probiotic for 5 days, or continue with a probiotic or Restore probiotic after that. And then, if you're just achy, you can put it in a capsule, 3 drops of oregano with marjoram and frankincense, 2 drops each of those. So the thing about oregano, it is an oil that you can take internally, but it is a hot oil. So if I put it in a capsule, I make sure to fill it up with the carrier oil, to take it with lots of water and also food before or after, just a little something to make sure I'm not burping it up. And anyway, that works for me. It's great for immune support, and to if you do the cleanse, that helps with candida. And then here's a whole nother list of different ways you can use it. One way, if you're trying to clear your sinuses, and there's kind of a recipe for that, you can ask me about it, but you put it in a hot cup of water, and then you put a little dish towel or a tent over your head, and you inhale that. Be sure and close your eyes. And this helps to be able to clear that out, clear out your sinuses, and it also helps to get it in your chest. Another thing that I would do, probably with the breathe, would be to put some right here, or peppermint, and then make a little funnel with your hand and suck it like that to get it in your chest if you are congested in your chest. So that's a good way. So these are all, this is a list of respiratory support oils. Okay, we talked about lemon and breathe and On Guard, but for a cough you would use lemon, peppermint, rosemary, the breathe, eucalyptus, and frankincense. And with eucalyptus, be sure you only diffuse it with children because you want to keep that down. And mucus, you would use lemon, peppermint, citrus bliss, and I've also known green mandarin to help there. And then for infection, tea tree is really good for fungus and deworming, and oregano and On Guard and thyme. These are all really powerful essential oils and great to have on hand. So you can use them on the bottoms of your feet. These are the different places. You can see that your sinuses are just on kind of on the bottom of your toes there. And let's see, your chest, I think, is right under that. Here it is, lungs, right there. That's where you would put that. And then your pulse points is a great way to use essential oils, and on your spine. So these are the different areas that you would use on the front of your neck, the back of your neck, your wrists, and pulse points is a good place to put essential oils. Now I wanted to focus just a second on diffusing because it is really a good way to clean the air and to keep things smelling great and to have get rid of those germs. So here's a couple little diffuser recipes, and this one again, I can repost these. Then you have your choice of a diffuser. This one called Dawn is amazing, and it really puts out the moisture. So if you live in a dry place, it's cold moisture. It's one of my favorite. I also have one of these Volo type diffusers. I keep this one right here by my desk, and then there's just a lot of different variety and choices there. So then I thought I'd include the top 10 oils for babies and a little chart here on how to use them on their feet. Lavender is for calming. Copaiba is good for teething. I would just put it underneath here. Roman chamomile is also really good for that. But I'd say putting oils on the baby's feet is probably the best thing. And you can just take a couple drops with the carrier oil in your hand and mix it. So, you're only using like 1 drop with the carrier oil, and put it on the bottom of their feet or on their spine. So this is suggested, and I will post that. Oh, I wanted to share this with you because this is kind of a respiratory support kit, and it has the breathe stick and the throat drops, and the On Guard beadlets and the On Guard essential oil. If you wanted to add a lemon, it's only like $15 more. And I'm happy to help you with any particular area that you need support. So, On Guard and Breathe, definitely. Lemon is super important. And also, I would say the oregano and possibly Frankenstein or frankincense. Frankincense. Okay. So yeah, keep laughing. That helps us get through these winter months. And I appreciate you being on. And please take the survey and let me help you. I do have a drawing every month, so watch for that. And I will see you next time.